It's Monday. Grab yourself something to roll up. It's the Morning Wood. We got Jason Ridgeline today. Let's go.
$100,000 days, got your boy in the days. I'm a California king, OG, no haze. I'm looking at my review like Pac said. Cash another check, let them worry about that nonsense. My crew breeds strains that got the whole world like. Cookie more cookies, still get 2 per light. What your girl like? I'm in the S-class. Wax room look just like a meth lab. I done made 2 mil off of extract. Be real, let them know where the best at. $250,000 for a field, is this real? Do they really get down what I yield from the hill? Got me straight for a couple, I ain't worried about a deal. 2 dabs and I got 40 bags to seal. Ice for the bong, so my smoke is chill. Shit, I burn my first joint to Cypress Hill, for real.
I'm so faded. I'm so faded. I'm so faded. I've been in space before one time, and I swear that I was not dreaming. No, I was not dreaming. I'm so faded. I've been on spaceships once or twice, and I swear that I was not dreaming. Cause I was not sleeping. I'm so faded.
1 strain, 2 strains, 3 strains, 4. So many flavors, burning, brought them through the door. Cushy cookies for you, we ain't no rookies for you. We've been looking for your title and we took it from you. We moved pounds all around town, over underground. How we did it is none of your concern now. I can't concentrate, I hit some concentrates, and we about to get higher as we elevate. 1,000 booming watts, times 20 bitches cannon by the 10s we got. Everything on lock, we're on some get money shit. Put it in the air, use a funky bill tip. So as we grind it up, green thumb wind it up. You want a new strain, burner gonna find a cut. You want a clone or 2, you want to clone a few. Put them in buckets, when we're done, you want a zone or 2.
I'm so faded. I'm so faded. I'm so faded.
Cup of liquor with some swishes, I'm so sweet. This shit I'm blowing make Bo Peep move 4 feet. OG, sprinkle Keith Leaf on mine. This watermelon make you wanna eat the rind. Easter Vine, Sunset Boulevard. Roll it up, take a hit, but don't pull it too hard. I seen a lot of fools ball out, then try to join the Snoop Dogg smoke session, then fall out. I spent $1 million on bud in 1992, and now I get it for free like I'm supposed to. Choose my vendor, open my window, put some kush chocolate and hash in the blunt and I blend them. Rewind ya, remain and remember, cause I'm chopping and dropping trees and screaming out timber. Advocate, always push troll. One of the reasons my face is on Mount Cushmore. And you wanna know how I feel?
I'm so faded. I'm so faded. I'm so faded. I've been in space before one time, and I swear that I was not dreaming. No, I was not dreaming. I'm so faded. I've been on spaceships once or twice, and I swear that I was not dreaming. Cause I was not sleeping. I'm so faded.
Marijuana, let's get it in right now. It is a Monday. Welcome back to the Morning Wood. We are live with you. What are you rolling now? Welcome back. It's been a long weekend. What's up, Emrod in the building? Cloud, Mav, B South, Robin for Rising. What's up? What are we smoking? What are we smoking? I got something special for you guys. The DGR Improper Sushi. That's right. That's right. Yeah, that song was a slapper. You know, I had to play some burner. Consider we got Jason Ridgeline joining today. Mustard in the motherfucking chat. Yes. Jason Ridgeline joining today. That's going to be amazing. Talk about the Lance, right? The Lance has been just taking over the nation, likely the globe. I'm just out here in the States, so I don't even know. But let's talk about it. I'm going to hear about Lance, the new one, burners spreading around the nation right now, the blueberry caviar. I want to know about Humboldt. Can Humboldt be saved? You know, type energy. Jason Ridgeline going to jump on today. So marijuana to you guys, what's up? What's up? What'd you find over the weekend? While I break up this weed for the interview and get things going for me. What's going down? What went over? Did you guys find any good weed I need to know about, right? Did you find any new shit that is unheard of? Let us know. Let us know. You know what I mean? There's got to be some mystery weed out there. There's got to be some mystery reefer. Now, DGR said this is some bag seed, right? Go and put it up to the reefer cam. To the reefer cam. Look at it. Look at it. I'm going to be smoking this right now. I'm going to be smoking this right now. Shout out to you, DGR. Thank you for giving it to me somehow. But marijuana to you guys, I got a couple topics. We'll get into those soon. Let me break up some weed. Let me talk to you guys for a little bit. I'm curious on how your weekend. I didn't get a chance to pop in over the weekend. Had a lot going on. Had some crazy shit go on both Saturday and Sunday. Just amazing opportunity. Meetings unexpectedly. What's up, Joe? Nah, man, breaking up some weed right now. Getting ready to chop it up about cannabis and the globe. Big weekend, obviously, with ZA coming up. Who's planning on getting out the ZA? We've been seeing the boxes make their way around. What have you guys thinking? Do you know what box is what? Or do we have investigators out there that are in the process of figuring out which each motherfucking jar is, right? A lot of people out there. I've seen a lot of brands out there be like, yo, my shit looks better than everybody. You know what I'm saying? My shit's the best. It's always teeing it up for hurt feelings, right? Teeing yourself up for hurt feelings when you're like, my shit's the best. God damn. Oh, shit. And then you get the results and you're like, what? How the fuck did I get 18th? And then the fucking, what do you call it? Oh, that shit's fixed. The fix comes out. I'm going to be there, though, live. Shout out to Lance, first smoke of the day, allowing me to come through. Shout out to ZA, letting your boy come through with the camera. Let's go. That's right. In 1080p. 1080p. I will be out there live streaming, kicking it with people, just having a good time, right? Having a great time, bringing you along with me, though. So if you didn't have an opportunity to get yourself out to ZA, I am going to bring ZA to you. That's right. Let's get it. Everyone thinks theirs is the best. You know what I'm saying, DGR? Everyone thinks they got that heat, that Gastorelli. Hey, and honestly, it's not to say you don't, right? There's a lot of fucking boof out there. And not to say that anything in this box ain't going to represent the opposite. And it could still not match up to the best in the box, right? That's just how it goes. Levels to this shit. Marijuana to you, though. What's up, buncha? How you doing? Marijuana. Guys, we've had this topic before. And now there's a state already in the process of using this. Shout out to you guys for sending me this over the weekend. It looked like, is this New York? Leave it to New York.
The inside of your mouth.
Even with marijuana legal in New York, most local police still have no roadside test to determine
what drug may be impairing a driver. But Suffolk police say this is a game changer.
To show positive for cannabis.
It's called Sotoxa, a saliva test which in 5 minutes can identify 7 types of drugs.
We're going to place on their arrest.
Methamphetamine, cocaine, benzodiazepines, THC, opiates.
Drugs which must be identified in New York to prosecute.
If we don't know what exactly substance a person is intoxicated with, it might be marijuana, it might be fentanyl, it might be heroin, we need a test that tells us what they're on.
There are people out there in their cars smoking marijuana. Our ability to determine that is hampered by the fact that there is no legal level of marijuana intoxication.
Suffolk police have rolled out 3 of the devices along with this warning. If you drive high or drunk, there's a lot to lose.
Not only will you lose your car, it's unlikely that you'll get it back. We'll crush it.
Your car may be ordered forfeited like this BMW was.
It's not worth it. It's 2026. Call a ride share.
Since marijuana can stay in a person's system long after the high is gone, critics say this can lead to false positives. Police say they use it with other tools, sobriety experts, and court-ordered blood tests. It can't measure the level of impairment like a breathalyzer, but officers say it finally gives them the ability to detect drug use at the roadside.
Scrape the inside of your mouth.
Even with marijuana legal in New York, most local police still have no roadside test to determine what drug may be impairing a driver. But Suffolk police say this.
All right, so now they've got this device out here. You see it on the screen. They're saying the saliva will let them know within 5 minutes what you're intoxicated on. Damn! Damn! New York taking your whip and crushing it? That seems excessive. I mean, no, it doesn't in a sense. God damn, my mind's blown right now. They're taking your whipper and smashing it? That's some shit. I think that, you know what, where I stand with this, though, too, is like, yo, prove to me, and this is going to be, it is what it is. It's got to be said. I'll be the one to say it. Show me that cannabis impairs your driving. All right, I fucking said it. There's levels to this shit, and that's where it's unfortunate. They got to figure it out. But if this is going on, oh, how did you get this? I'm questioning that motherfucking device. How did you get to know this is what? You ain't smashing my car. You ain't smashing my car. What? Whoa. I did not know that was like that, and that is some... Who knew that? Yo, that's effective. I am not driving in New York. Uber. Effective. God damn, that's crazy. All right. Let me roll up this weed. I've got a really shitty fucking rap right now. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. All right, let's get through this, though. Marijuana to you guys. What are you smoking out there? Let me hear it. I'd love to hear what you're smoking, where you're smoking it at, maybe even how you're smoking. Do we got any closet bong smokers out there? You can release it. It's okay. This is the show. You can hit your bong. You can roll blunt. Right? Hello. We got Jason Ridgeline up today. Looking forward to that conversation at the bottom of the hour. Joining us to discuss reefer. They are coming after us in the vehiclers. They will smash your vehicle in New York. Woo! Damn. That's something else right there. Let's see what else we got in the news to see what is going on out there. Ooh. Damn. Virginia. What happened? Spanberger out there. Spanberger vetoes Virginia retail weed market bill despite campaign pledge. He said, I'm going to do it. No, I'm not. I'm going to do it. No, I'm not. Damn, Virginia, you still back in there fucking... You THCA-ing. Virginia is a THCA market. Spenberger said, keep the reefer away from our townsmen. We don't want your kind around here. We don't want it. Your reefers. You got smelling all like the reefers. Yo, low-key, I could feel him, though, if it was patchouli. If it was patchouli, bro, ban patchouli. I get you. I'm with you on that. Ban that shit. Damn hippies and the patchoulis. Whack-ass rap. I need to go further with Dank Mob. We are custom making a rap for the motherfucking wood, baby. Let's go! Like number 15, my guy Cali Bud's in the building. 15 likes. Well, what's the 21 above there? What are you pump faking? What you pump faking? What's the 21? Rolled up one of my best doinks to date today. Shout out to Cloud Mav out there rolling and smoking with us. Fall Dog said, I'm stuck, bro. This LCZ cake times sherbet octane is hitting. He said that shit is motherfucking hitting. Okay. Get it. This rap is whack. Damn near almost got me ready just to bust out a Puffco. Fuck it. Fuck it. Hey, Cloud Map number 16. We're building. We're building. Can we get to 20 likes today? I don't know. I don't know. Oh my God. I will get canceled if Paul sees this blunt. I am going to get canceled if Paul sees this blunt. I am fucked. All right, what else we got before we get to Mr. Ridgeline in the building? Oh, shit, the grow along. It's ready. It is ready. I am sending out the emails, and I'm letting you know how to get along with the grow along. If you've emailed me, you're in. You're fucking in. So congratulations. Let's get to growing. I'm going to send that email out today with the descriptions on how to collect the Boston Clone Co. TMW Volume 1 Grow Along. Oh! I'm excited now, but wait until like 2 months where my shit's looking all bad. I'll be like, I don't know. Nah, I'm good at growing it, actually. I'm fucking phenomenal. Phenomenal. It's the dry and the cure that's a motherfucker. All right, that's going out today, though. Email's going out today. Be ready. Be prepared. David Peace. Full government name. I got your email. You're in, champ. You're in, champ. SNY. What is SNY? Well, something's going down in New York again. SNY airs cannabis ads during reeling Mets games. But some parents smoking mad. Smoking mad. I see what you did there. I see what the fuck you did. Let's find out what's going down. This is the ad? Get some weed. Smoke some weed. Get some free weed. Visit us today. Damn, they posted that. Got people pissed, huh? Man, what do you think about cannabis advertising? What was that? You know, obviously they've restricted beer ads and things like that and whatnot. You know, they're probably going to be like that same way with reefers and shit like that. They do that in Arizona now. You like damn near gotta be careful with it. But who, I mean, like, you know, cannabis advertising is going to get out there. Why get upset about it? I need my current girls to hurry the fuck up. Oh, you're talking about for the grow along, huh? Fall dog. Are you David? Fall dog's David? Damn, only the first 10? What are we talking about? Oh, smoking the tide. Joe smoking the tide. You know what I'm smoking right now? Some DGR. Damn, DGR. I'm sorry the way that this shit came out rolling. I forgot that was your shit, bro. I don't know what it is. It was a shitty blunt wrap. It was a real shitty blunt wrap. Don't hold me accountable. Don't hold me accountable, my guy. Don't hold me accountable. Here we go. Welcome into the morning wood. Thank you so much for popping in. Let's smoke.
Taking a break from all your worries.
Just to smoke some pot.
Wouldn't you like to get away? All those nights when you've got no lights, the check is in the mail, and your little angel hung the cat up by its tail, and your third fiance didn't show. Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name.
Shout out to you, DGR, Cloud, Mav, Jim, Town.
Always glad you came.
What up, Mike in this bitch? Mario, Robotic.
You can see our troubles are all the same.
You know.
You wanna be where everybody knows your name.
Fucking right. It's fucking right. Yo, I really gotta, every time I play that now, I'm like, dude, we really gotta get on the original, bro. We've got our own original Cheers track that we need to get on. I guess you can't say original. I guess you can't say that. All right, let's see what other news we got. Jason Ridgeline joining us at the bottom of the hour to talk about cannabis, but let's see what's going on around the world in motherfucking Stoneville. Let's see what we got. What the fuck is this? Oh, it's going to make me a little paywall. A little paywall. So this is a bag seed DGR? Yo, bag seeds, bro. Bag seeds. All right, here we go. Cannabis business liens on Schedule 3 listing. Ask U.S. tax. Okay, cool. This one is one where we heard when they rescheduled that there was going to be a 280E relief, right? They're going to all of a sudden allow for cannabis brands all over the nation to be able to deduct staffing, huge expense. To be able to deduct advertising, huge expense. Depends. And then rent and utilities, all of those things were considered profit for a cannabis company. You hear that shit? That's some fucked up shit right there. Every cannabis brand across the nation had to look at their staff as profit on the books, paying hella motherfucking money for this shit. Now reschedule is opening it up where 280E allows them to deduct that, and now they can operate somewhat like a fucking normal business. So there's a brand out there that said, hey, woo, can we knock in this right now? Can we jump in this bitch? Meow. You know what I'm saying? Let me go on. Ultra Health, which is challenging the internal or IRS application, 280E, says asking court to consider the state licensed medical cannabis now, motherfucker. Saying, can we do this? Meow. The company also used Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche Schedule 3 order from April 22nd to affirm its argument that medical cannabis hasn't fallen within the meaning of Schedule 1 for quite some time. Saying, look, you guys just did this right now, but we've been doing this. We've been doing this. So why don't you go ahead and allow me to go ahead and backtrack some taxes, you fools, right? You just said I can do it. Well, what about the last fucking decade? You know what I'm saying? Come on now. So they're out there challenging that right now. Shout out to them. And we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, man. Cannabis brands out there standing on business now. Wow. Say, what'd you guys just say we could do? Cloud Mav, I appreciate that too. The IG notification's crazy. Insane weekend for sure. I got a big meeting tomorrow with a local broadcasting station and trying to help them with their production, you know? Like, I got this goddamn backpack. I'm going to tell you what. I got this backpack, and I'm like, y'all want to fuck around with it? Y'all want to fuck around with it or what? Skunky said, not going to happen. You can ask. You can ask. But they ain't going to give it. They ain't going to get it. That money's gone, baby. Oh, that money from 2024? It's gone. Sorry about that. Gassed. Thank you so much. When the ink dries, we will be celebrating some shit together. I'm going to be hitting a new market, and I'm excited about that. So we'll be chopping it up. Now, what else did I got? I think we talked about everything that I've got on the ticker here, right? The high rollers. I know that, Paul's been sick. No. Now, Adam's been sick, actually. My apologies. I don't know. Maybe Adam will pop in here and give us an update on his temperature. Joe, great point. Great point. I always forget I fail to bring that up, that it is for only medical purposes. My ass is going all medical. That's an interesting thing, bro. Because I say that like, oh, well, I'll just go all medical. But nah, there's a huge, say that too. Fuck, man. Interesting times. We see how this all develops out there and stuff like that. One of the things that I'm getting wind of now too with this DEA license is there's talk of it allowing for you to ship globally. Now, I don't know how factual that is. Like I said, it's just talks right now from people who, with their perception of this DEA cannabis license, is that they feel they're going to be able to ship internationally. I don't know if that's the case. I don't know what's going on. We might have to have John Udell pop back on here. That's interesting shit. Who was I? Who the fuck I was talking to? Send that shit to... Well, obviously not, right? There's some places you still won't be able to send shit to, but Japan being one of them. Or did they open it up? I think I did hear something about Japan trying to lighten up, but not on just straight blunts. They are not smoking blunts in Japan yet. Legally. Motherfuckers probably out there. There's probably blunt smokers out there, huh? Shout out to my blunt smokers. International game, baby. Stop it. It does seem optimistic. Mario, it does seem optimistic. I don't know. It seems interesting. There's another thing about that DEA license that is interesting too. And that says where you got to like, and I don't know if this is the case. I don't know. Right. I'm out here just all fucking just some shit. We need to talk to someone who does know. But if I'm not mistaken, you got to like send weed. I don't want to say this because it sounds really stupid, but like you can't put stupid past the government. They've done some stupid ass shit. And what I think that you might have to do is send the weed to the DEA. I don't know. And then they got to send it or something once they verify it or some shit. I don't know, man. There's a lot of confusion going on about this thing. But I do know that a lot of motherfuckers out there having to make a decision if they're going to apply for it and get it automatically from the DEA in this first 60 days that we're in right now. A lot of people having to make decisions. Do you do it? Do you grab it? Do you grab it? If you are a license owner, you have been out here cooking, doing your thing, and all of a sudden reschedule comes around and you own a license. Are you applying for the DEA license? Just off what you know right now. Are you applying? Are you applying? are you applying? I am. I'm applying like a motherfucker, right? I feel like I'd rather be in the conversation than not. Fuck. I get all these conversations I've had with people, and it's, you just don't know. But damn, something about being part of history, man, would be fucking intriguing. Nutmeg saying you guys are. Something about being a part of history would just fucking be intriguing, and I'd hate to be on the wrong side of that history, but fuck, man. The DEA handing out licenses to fucking trap legally, right? Like, that's how I would treat the recreational market. I would just be out there like, how do we just trap this weed legally, right? I'm not trying to build a fucking... You see some of these dispensaries, and they're really trying to build some fancy-ass dispensaries, right? Like, they've got some real nice ones out there. I don't think that would be my play. My play would be like, nah, we're here to sell you some weed. This is like the plug's house. But I don't know how intriguing that would be to the commercial crowd. You know what I mean? So it's those games. I'd love to talk to Chocolate about that, actually, who... High Tech out there in Detroit has a fucking fire ass dispensary, in my opinion. And I wonder, did he ever consider opening up like a fucking, goddamn, I don't know, just a fancy one or some shit, right? To catch that commercial, that energy where, because I know at smoke shops, when I open smoke shops, people are always like, it's, what I mean? Like, ugh. It's dark and gloomy. I'm like, it's well lit in here. It is well lit. Stop it. I know that my older clientele at the smoke shop would be like, you really do hire young, Jason. You hire young. Have you ever considered getting some adults in here? I'd be like, how many adults want to work at a smoke shop? Time out. Let's go ahead and start there, first off. Skunky, I'm setting up overseas with your great grandma as CEO. And then he's going to apply. Okay. Hey, though. You joke. Maybe it shouldn't be a joke, though. Protect yourself. God damn it. Tech Trade, $1,200 a year membership type shit. Right? Damn, bro. I'm surprised we don't see more cannabis monthly subscription boxes. Like, that's one of the ones I want to do in Arizona. I want to start a Smackers monthly subscription box. Is that whack? Wait, hey, we got no further delay, though. Let's go ahead and get in the go. Mr. Jason Ridgeline over here. Let me see. Can you hear us?
What's going on?
Hell yeah. Let's no further delay. Let's get my man in here right now. We've got Jason Ridgeline. What up?
How's it going, brother?
Voice cracking. Hey, how you doing today? Thank you for popping in today on a holiday.
Oh, no problem, man. It's always the grind around here. Holidays don't really matter.
Nice,
we're
right?
Always working on the farm every day, so
the plants don't know, right?
The plants take more attention than most, but yeah, no, they don't know it's a holiday. That's for sure, man. How you doing? Thanks for reaching out, bro. I appreciate it. I definitely checked out some of your recent little clips and saw what you got going on and some of the names on there and some faces and listened to some shit I really disagreed on.
Oh yeah, no, I saw you. I saw that definitely the one with the salts and the the dog shit comment, right? I know you posted on that. So you've never had any manure in the material.
Oh, there's manure, not dog shit though.
Not dog shit.
Not dog shit. No, we don't go with dog shit. That's not on the regimen. We've grown with everything, from growing up, this is all I've ever done. And so, it's funny jumping right into the world of the organics and the salts. And, I'm working with Advance, I'm working with Athena, at this mixed light farm facility. And it's like, for me, growing up, we had to grow in the hills. There wasn't time. There was places you couldn't sit there and brew tea. You know what I mean? You couldn't sit there and, we're hiking into the mountains. We're trying to get a runoff. Helicopters coming and shit, and you aren't sitting there. So we're just throwing on, we would throw on, Grow Mores and Osmocote, just horrible stuff, but it wasn't, as obviously my dad would always teach me the organic way, which, that's what I prefer. If I have a choice, that's what I prefer. But I'm open to everything, man. I'm open to trying. I'll tell you, being a grower your whole life is you have to be open-minded. You have to constantly know you do not know everything. You're always learning. And this is coming from someone that's all I've done my whole life. So I'm learning and I could tell you what I'm learning about the salt world is that they are leveling up. They're getting more advanced. They have people doing research and, from, big colleges and, people that actually are studying this stuff. And I've had some really good flavors out of it. And, like I said, my number one go-to is always going to be a nice organic farm. That's how I run my farm here. That's, I have dirt that's, 12, 13 years old that I just keep adding shit to. So that is my number one. And I'm always going to do that. But I am open. I want to grow weed that will make it on the, that the consumers want. And it's the bag appeal and it's, you got to change. You got to make little shifts to be able to play in this crazy ass market.
Yo, it is so tight to have you on TMW, my man. We've had people on here recommend having you on here since the very beginning. And I love it, because I'm someone out there that talks about saving Humboldt at all costs. Like that was the first time that I experienced some flavor that was just next level was when I got introduced to some Humboldt cannabis. So to talk to someone like yourself that, it sounds like too, generational grower, Pops was growing some reefers then.
Oh, 100%, man. I watched Dad get flown away in a helicopter.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean?
Bro.
Like this is our life. And, like kind of going back to listening to some of your clips, hearing people like Easy saying, us legacy growers have our nose up. We think we're better. We don't. Our whole game is so different than this whole kind of the new age, the let's have brands. Let's, we're fighting for clout. We're going to every show. We're fighting for our survival of our community. This is just our living. This is what we do, so it's kind of like, I don't think us legacy farmers think we're better than anyone. We just think this is what we do. This is our job. This is all we know. Right. We don't know any other way. So we just have to do what we do the best we can. And, and like I said, I'm really blessed to have one of the brands that have creeped out of this little disgusting new world of weed because it's just turned into a soap opera for a lot of different brands. And I'm just, I'm older. I'm 46, I'm 47. I've been doing this my whole life. And I went right when I went legalized, I was going to show after show after show and, contest after contest. And I did that. And now it's like, dude, I want to stay on the hill, grind, grow my weed. And, I'll go to a few things. I'll do a few podcasts. I was hoping to actually go to Germany, but, both my boys are graduating that week in one high school and one college. So no matter what with me, it's family first. So, I'm not going to do those events. But yeah, it's been it's crazy, dude.
It does seem crazy, man. And I appreciate you being open to discuss it because I watch and I've been an advocate for cannabis and pushed it, been obnoxious with it, in my life, just supporting it and whatnot. And to see this new era where, yeah, it's like all over the internet. It's a commercial commodity now. How has that been with trying to figure out how to transition and get, yourself some recognition for things that, you've done in this industry that almost felt like once it got legalized, it was like a reset, right? It didn't seem like the recreational world really cared about the historic aspect of where cannabis has come from or some of the breeders that have put it on for their livelihoods to make it where to now all of a sudden these recreational licenses are capitalizing on everything that has been manifested by people like yourself, and it is, how does that, in a sense, how do you approach this market now?
I mean, for me, it kind of came a little naturally when I just, when I ended up creeping into it. I was one of the first to go legal in this little community, which felt awkward as hell, kind of looked down upon.
Wow.
And I didn't feel great about it. I was just, like I said, I watched my pops go to jail, my uncle go to jail. and I'm a father, and I just was like, well, shit, this is an opportunity. Let's roll. And, we went with it, and we ended up, boom, we won that 2018 Emerald Cup and went from nobody knowing to, it was big back then. And good things have happened, I've got, there's a lot of hatred in this shit. And I'm just not that guy. I'm not hating on, if you hear me any hate, it'd probably be like on Glass House type of shit, those community killers. And besides that, it's like, I work with people like Byrne, who, a lot of people want to shine hate on him, which is just like, he reached out to me, and put a lot of my strains on the map. And for me, it's like, I have to get uncomfortable. I had to go out of the box and start working with, some bigger companies and brands, working with heavy hitters, they're throwing my strains around and just kind of doing things that get me out there, because I don't have a big marketing cap. I don't have a team, I do everything. I do my seeds, I grow my weed, I do clothing. I'm a father. I mean, I do everything.
Yeah.
And, with little help on this. And so I'm I just keep the course, just keep riding the course, doing what I do. And I'm not trying to, I'm just staying real, man, to who I am. I'm not, I feel like the people that are pushing it and trying to go harder and spending all this money on branding, and they just, it's like, that's just not me, man. If I could fucking keep clothes on my family, keep them fed, and keep my home and my life, and keep growing weed like I love to do, I mean, that's a win.
Man, I love this, man. Appreciate this energy. Let's talk about the marketing that does seem to work really well for you, right? Because it comes down to, how does it smoke? And right now, Lance is blowing down the fucking nation, my man. Let's talk about Lance.
It makes me feel so good, bro, because I was 4 years of searching and doing crosses. And I remember when I had a bunch of different phenos of that. And there's this one, I'm like, oh, it's so beautiful. It smells so good. And, I'm always crossing strains and doing that shit. But so many times you smoke them, and, the citrus strains, they'll come out tough. The super gas strains usually will come out, but it's hard to get that crazy blowout of just candy. And first time I smoked it, I was like, oh my God, we got one. We found it.
Yeah.
And I was super excited. I knew I actually gave that jar to Byrne, and he didn't smoke it for, I don't know, probably 4 months, 3 months. And then all of a sudden, Bernard calls up. He's like, holy shit. I'm like, oh, you finally smoked that jar, huh?
Crazy.
And yeah, I threw that on the menu at Cookies, and it blew up. But the problem with California is they want new before it's even, tried and true. They just want new. We want new. We want new. And so it really just got thrown through the cookie cycle, and boom, out the back door.
Damn.
It was done. And I'm like, well, shit, I'm barely even running any in my farms, because it just turned into like, oh, ants already. And nobody else had really seen it. And so the bad things about working with some of these people is that my genetics goes to all these facilities that, once your genetic leaves your house, it's gone. I don't give a shit if you have contracts. I don't care if it's your best friend, if it's your fucking dad. He's going to give it to his best friend. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So once it leaves your house, it goes. And so when like when that Michigan place shut down, and boom, it just, whoever worked there, I'm sure gave it to him, gave it to him. And it was a little bummed for a minute, like my strain I worked so hard is gone, and I'm not even going to, really get much more out of it. And now to see, people like High Tech and those guys winning, and not only winning, but they are giving me love. And it does mean a lot, because that took me years to create, man. And it's so hard. Everybody could cross. I have so many crosses going, but to find a winner, it's really hard. And so seeing all these people growing it now is more rewarding than just making a profit off it with one group, and just getting that love. And I feel like that really helps the brand, which helps people trust who I am. And then they want to buy my genetics, which then we get into the seed world, which is kind of new for all of us as well. I've been doing seeds my whole life, but they were basically worthless. You know,
Wow.
you found seeds in a plant, you're a fucking bum.
Oh, we hated
now I'm
that
growing
shit.
just full term monsters, all seeded. You know, it's just so crazy.
Yeah, it does seem to be that shit. I remember myself just personally being like, "Oh man, you gave me some weed with some seeds in it," and now I'm like, "Oh hell yeah!"
Yeah.
Oh man, so let me keep it on Lance, and obviously now you said giving props out there to High Tech and them for making sure that they give shine to you for that genetic. And what are some proper ways that people out there listening, if they do end up with your genetics, what are some proper ways that they can give the correct shine? We've seen like the conversations of do we not at all or do we? Hearing from you on this time, what do you think the best way is?
I mean, I feel like there's so many people out there is just changing names left and right, and to me that's just brutal. Just knowing how much work a lot of people don't understand. Like right now, my whole farm is basically one big pheno hunt, and that's costing me tons of money. Yeah, I might find some winners, but there's going to be a lot of trials and tribulations that come out of that, a lot of losing. So it's just, all winter I'm crossing strains inside, I'm working my ass off. So I feel like if you get somebody's genetic, especially if you win an award with it, dude, throw their name, give them a little, just, shout out to the breeder, because the breeder, without them, it wouldn't be there. And, the funniest thing is with the whole strain game, you got to think about it. All these strains come back to somebody else. There's only a handful back in the day. Now there's a million different names, but all of those funnel back to just a handful of main strains that came from somebody that, we'll never know who created them,
Wow.
And so I just feel that it's knowing the time, the energy, the money I put into finding a strain, and all breeders do, that they really deserve just to give just a little love. You don't have to put my name on the packaging or whatnot, but just, especially if you're winning awards, shout out to the breeder. And I do it the same. Anytime I make a cross, it's the same thing,
Cool.
Got to shout out to the breeder, because it's just a piece of, I put those together, but that was somebody else's work that I put together with my work to create this. Right.
Right.
So it's like, I didn't make those earlier strains. It's only a handful. It all started from just a handful, man.
Love it, man. And I think that's, to me, what's nice about Lance too, is it did seem to have a different type of hit than what I've been smoking on, consistently out there. So love the Lance, but let's talk into the next one that I see floating around. You've talked about Burner. He seems to be coming out there now with this blueberry caviar, which is absolutely smoking as well. I've got a chance to try it myself. Tell us about how that came about.
Well, that was a grape gas cross with, the Lance.
Okay.
And, it's one of those flavors, which, of course, grape gas with that compound, right? Shout out to them. Right. And, so I did a cross with that at a really great cut. And a lot of these strains, you're going to get different cuts. Some taste better. I don't know. There may be different phenos of that same breeding project or whatnot. But I had one that was just really good flavor. And I ran about, 15 different crosses of it. And I ended up, I brought them down to the compound, and we had a little live podcast where we were testing them out. And the one we picked was actually blackberry. And it's super dark. It's a little more gassy. The market always seems like they want that black, purple, whatever, the super dark purple strains. So that's the one we went with. And then, then Byrne ended up bringing the other samples to, Woody Harrelson. And, Woody's been up here at my farm, and he's, oh no, it's weed's done a lot, bro. It's introduced me to a lot of good people. Yeah. And so actually, they kind of picked out that one cross, and I ended up, it was a greener one, and ended up, okay, well, this is a good one. Let's start growing it. And it actually it produces a little better, the flavor. I come down, it doesn't look as good as the blackberry, but I'm about the smoke, man. I really want it to taste good. And so, we just, started once again, got that out there. Burned it as marketing magic, and
know
it's
it.
like I tell you, there's so many amazing strains out there.
Yeah.
But if they don't get out there, no one will ever know about them. They don't get the love, they don't get the shine, and you have to have. It's sad. I mean, like I said, but you have to have somebody that will help boost it, and that's why I give that guy so much respect when he gets so much hate, because people love hating people that are winning, right?
It does seem that way.
It just is what it is, and I'm not that guy. You can't get me to be like, I hate that. I don't. I just want people to respect each other in this game, and and just know that us old schoolers, this is what we've been doing. This is what we've been doing our whole life, and I'm surrounded by families that depend on this to be working. So it's like with the blueberry, I try to give it around to the inner circle here. I know it's already in some facilities, so we know what's going to happen, right? It's going to start slowly leaking out the way it does, and it's fine as long as we know that it was from me and I worked my ass off to create it. And so right now we have I did this crazy breeding project because now I'm addicted to it. Now,
let's hear it.
This whole thing has shifted me from just being a dope grower that grows, makes money. This is what I've done my whole life, blah, blah, blah. Now all of a sudden I'm in this game where I'm addicted to finding strains.
And it's
just so fun. And it's really, when you've been doing something your whole life, you get burned out, right?
Okay.
And I've said this before on other places, but my family, there's a lot of craftsmanship that comes out of my family. They all have their own thing. And I never really had one. And so for me, it's like, holy shit, making strains is my craft.
Yeah, this is my calling, baby.
This is my calling. And then finding winners is addicting, bro. It's like, oh my God, it's just so fun. So now all of a sudden I have, 6 hoops and there's 40 something strains going. And honestly, I grew them all inside once. So with that, what are we going to find? We have Gorilla Glues crossed with the Caviars, the Lances. We have I have the citrus world going in there with like the Gelinade crosses. And then, I'm trying to hit all the marks with the gas, the citrus, the candies, and oh my God, I got this Ridgeline, which was a cheetah piss times Lance, but I have that times crossed it into blueberry and coming out with this like purplish, just amazing bud. And then of course, me and Johnny Casali, Huckleberry Hill Farms, we're brothers in this world, and we've been working together forever. Very, very nice to find somebody that is doing kind of the same journey and that you could trust in this game. Because I call it a game to me because it does seem like a game at times. So me and Johnny really trust each other. We work great together. We bounce shit off each other. And so we're doing, his Whitethorn Rose that I'm sure you heard of, that just one of the best rosin, creators of this era, 100%. And you haven't tried it?
I know, I'm more of a flower head, my man. Yeah.
Now I am 100% too. But if you're ever going to do a dab, you try that Whitethorn Rose and it will blow your mind.
Okay.
So we crossed the Lance into that. Now we have the Ridgeline Rose, which also, if you grow it correctly, you're going to pull like a 6%, even 6.5%.
Damn.
For a rosin. It's just off the off the wall. So now I crossed that into blueberries, into Lances. We got Skittles crossed into all that stuff.
Man.
It's a mess. Honestly, it's a metric mess. It's a tag mess. It's nothing easy about it. Harvest will be hell, but it's exciting and it's fun. I'm watching what they're going to do. Some might hear me out. Some might have seeds in it. Some might, who the fuck knows? At the end of the day, it's exciting. And we're going to find something that nobody has seen before. And there's a new winner coming. I have this one, the Black Lance, the Blackberry times Lance. And it is phenomenal, dude. It's looks like Lance, darker, gassier. What else am I really excited? The Black times Blue.
Who gets the call though? Who gets the call when it's time to be like, hey, I got some new shit. I need to know what's good. Like, who your go-tos, man? To is it just you and Huckleberry over there? Is it what's up?
I mean, we're talking in the area. I mean, so I've kind of, because like I said, we're really small here and we don't have funding. I don't have teams. I don't have any of that. And weed isn't really worth shit around here, especially Dep. We're all last year it was threes, maybe fours. Is just pathetic. It was enough to make a living. And we're getting taxed to hell here in California. I mean, tax. So it's really, really hard to make a living here. So at the end of the day, it's like, we've been trying to do a lot of royalties, right? And so I'll give strains to people like heavy hitters into cookies in different places to make some money on it.
Gotcha.
And right now, I don't know if I find another winner. It's like I don't know. I mean, it's tough. I'm kind of right now we're fully in a blueberry line drop with cookies, so that's kind of covered right now. We aren't really trying to start something new yet because we have so much new happening right now. I mean, Bernie Hanna butter times blueberry, cinnamon milk times blueberry, all these crosses, the blueberry times Lance. It's phenomenal. So yeah, I don't know. The next winner, who does it go to? I mean, I love working with people like, Ricky Williams. He comes up here often.
Fire.
Just trying to find some people, Bert Kreitcher. We've been
Woody?
giving him. Well, yeah, Woody, we'll see. The Woody thing didn't quite work with Bert and them had a little differences, so that didn't quite work. So we'll see. I'd love to make him a strain. But yeah, I mean, I really want to meet, Be Real. He's one of my fucking heroes, legends, and he's actually one of the guys I never got to connect with in this thing. So
that's a shocker, especially without, you connected with Burn and stuff like that.
Yeah. Met a lot of good people thanks to weed, but yeah, I don't know where these are going to go. The thing is you have to grow more than once. You can't just have a cross or whatever new strain and then just here you go. Like you have to experience it. Some of these new strains will all of a sudden you'll find a little beans in them, or you got to stabilize them before I feel comfortable with putting them out there, because it's hard to gain the trust of the public, and if you burn them, you're going to lose that trust quick.
My man, I appreciate you taking the time and being so transparent and chopping it up with us. Do you have a couple more time for
yeah, I'm chilling, bro. Dude.
So we were talking the other day to Ronin Seeds and whatnot, and he was talking about how he wants to see some sort of like, you can take ownership of these genetics and like, and have, some type of paperwork, something that it says you can't use these genetics. Do you foresee or would you like to see anything like that for breeder protection on the things that you spent 4 years creating?
I mean, I did that with LeafWorks with Lance. They actually they take your plant and they do a press and they have like the DNA. I have like a trademark for California with it.
Okay.
But I think it's a waste of money, man. Honestly, I mean, yeah, it'd be great, but no matter what, somebody's going to take the strain. Somebody's going to call it what they want to call it. There's a lot of good people out there that won't, but there's way more that will. And
how would you enforce it?
How are you going to enforce it, dude? I don't want to play this lawyer game. I don't want to spend all my money on lawyers. I'm just trying to make new strains, bro. And it's, like I said, I want to work with people like, that high tech, that are doing big things, that are representing the breeders, I do want to, I'll keep working with cookies. I don't, they're having a hell of a hard time right now, but whatever.
Yeah, but Bird's cool, man,
He's a great guy, dude. He's a homie, dude. And the thing is I sit there and I hear all the noise and I don't really give a shit about it because I know who I am. I'm real. I'm not going to change. I'm not, if this all this, the success I've had hit me when I was in my 20s, maybe I'd be, rich, big old gold chains of it. I just don't care, bro.
Yeah,
I just want to enjoy life. There's too much stress, too much drama to be trying to sue somebody over using your strain. You just hope you put it in people's hands that are respectful and honest, that, if you don't create it, then give the love where it came from, man. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, show love, man. It's cool because I also think that right now, how things are, unprecedented times with cannabis, it's being commercialized and whatnot. So it's like, you see where the love is shown and how it can spread and really help out farmers and really help out breeders. And
I've said that before too, with like me, me and Johnny, we're working with people and we feel like so many people know who we are and they know our story because we've said it so many times, that if anything, it's going to help you. It's going to help your brand, help your story, working with people that this is what they've done their whole life.
The
and
whole
this is,
life.
and so I think if anything, it's going to help you, then, this is my strain I made. Well, it's like, I think it's better to be like, I'm working with these guys that, this is what they've done their whole life. And that, this has took them years to create, and now we're getting to grow it, and they could use our story. And I mean, so if anything, I think it helps.
I agree.
I'm all about collaboration, man. And
nice.
I really am. I feel like working together is just so much better than being apart and, trying to do this your own way. And, it's like, I like I said, I wish I had the squad that was like, let's go. We're going to, Spain, we're going to Germany, we're going to every event. There's 8 million of them. But right now it's like, dude, I enjoy life I'm kind of like my dad. I get up, I'm on the hill, I go down to the garden, I work all day long. I'm pulling tarps still. I'm hands on, in the evening, we're smoking joints, looking at the plants, watching them grow. And I just like being on the hill, man. That's just who I am, man. I'm old school.
Man, I have so many directions I want to take this. I think the first one I want to say though is, speaking of, changes to it, and the DEA has come out, rescheduled cannabis. They've offered you an opportunity to apply for a license within 60 days and get automatically a license to sell cannabis, DEA approved. What's your thoughts on that? Is that something that you are interested in?
I mean, it's so unclear. I mean, I have consultants that help me, and they're pretty much confused. What I've heard is that, if you could get the adult, or I mean, just the A or the, what's it called, or the medical, the A or the M, right?
Okay.
There's 2 different licenses. And basically, if you get the medical, it seems like you're kind of trapped in that circle, and you can only sell to people that have that.
Oh,
and
shit.
So that's what I'm hearing. And, like I said, I'm not really, I'm following my plants more than the law. So
got you.
But I mean, so then like, what are we trapped into? Just, we can only sell to this little group that does that? Does that make sense? If I could get both licenses, which I already have one, then I'd have to get the medical. And a lot of my friends' licenses say medicinal on it already. I don't even know how that worked. You could have checked this box, or that box, and I didn't check that box. So if I can do both, I will.
Okay.
100%. If this opens the doors to other states, hands down. I mean, we're trapped. We're trapped in a state that has more weed than smokers. So, and people want our weed, big time. So that could be a game changer.
Right.
But I'm leery, man. Every time they make a law, people are like, look, Trump just passed the bullshit. You think that's for us? No, it's never for us, dude. I mean, this whole thing destroyed my whole community. And yeah, I'm having some success in it, but winning when everyone's losing is not that cool. And I want everyone to eat. I want everyone to win. And, I feel like when they did that, I didn't vote for it, even though I jumped right in it. No, nobody in this community voted for it. We knew what was going to happen. We knew they saw money and they wanted that money. The big man wanted that money and they took it. And so, what I mean? We're getting inspected here. I'm talking 5,000 square foot farms are getting hit every day here. And they're just like trying to push us out of these hills. Like they're searching. I mean, we get inspected multiple times a year. And it's like, dude, we're like a 10,000 square foot farm with fucking 5 greenhouses and some outdoors or something. And they're on us. And it's just like, why don't we worry about the huge fields and acres, because they want out of the hills. They want to be able to go to one farm that's 100 acres, check it off, and just not have to focus on all these little farms, but that's what feeds this community. Has before I was born, and my whole life, this whole community was supported by weed, and it's drying up here. We're still the core community. This place there's nowhere else for us to go, so we'll be here, but everyone else left that was here for the money, which isn't the worst thing. It's pretty quiet in these hills, but it is sad to see people struggling and looking for new ways to make money. And it's hard to reinvent yourself when you're in your 40s and 50s,
right?
When you've been doing one thing your whole life. Yeah, man. It is.
I've asked, and I've talked about it. I'm one that thinks that cannabis mecca is Humboldt, that area. And, have you seen people, stop growing? Like, have we lost some of our most talented
Oh my God.
growers?
How we lost our farms. I don't even know. We're probably under 500 farms right now, man. We have lost so many farms.
Damn.
And I know so many people that are now like, going to try to work for, the fire department or CAL FIRE or there's just so
Wow.
many people that aren't growing. And you drive out in these hills, it's like I was raised another 10 miles up the hill. It's just quiet. My uncle owns the old Harris store up there. That thing's pretty much closed now. And if you go farther out, all you see is empty greenhouses everywhere.
Damn.
There's no trailers. And they're gone.
And
this place.
There was a lot of they attacked the water from back in the day, right? Didn't they really start with regulating the water from you guys or something?
We're so regulated. We're more regulated than any other produce there is in California. We have, if you're by a creek or by a river, you are pretty much screwed. You have to go through all kinds of loopholes, and it's really hard to do that. We have to pay, for the water board every year, depending where you are more. They're controlling the water. I had a farm up the hill. I was next to a class 3 drainage, which it's just a little ditch with maybe if it was flooding, there'd be water in, and had to rip that out. You know what I mean? It's it really regulated us. We're talking properties that were destroyed by logging. All of a sudden we had to pay to fix them all. I had to put a culvert 4 miles from my house down on the main road. Why? It has not even near my property, but I had to do that for my permit. And so what they did is they just made us redo our whole properties, spend every last cent we could around here to make it comply. Broke us, and then the market crashed. So everyone was out of money.
Damn.
And then all the properties went down in value. So you can't even sell to get out. So people were just like foreclosures everywhere. I've some people I trimmed weed for when I was 13 that were the biggest ballers on the hill that are now just, lost all their property, gone.
Damn, man.
A lot of people will say, well, shit, where'd all that money go? Well, you know what? It sounds a lot dumb, but a lot dumber than it is. But when you're making a lot of money when you're young and not taught the right way, and you see it just keep coming and don't invest it, you don't know how to invest when you're just a kid making money. And a lot of people made a shit ton of money and they just spent that shit thinking it'll always come back. And when that got cut off, it's kind of like our fuel right now. What's going on? It gets cut off. You're like, oh shit. All of a sudden it's like price goes, everything goes up and you're out of money. So yeah, big changes around here, but the inner community is holding strong. And I keep trying to tell people there's a lot of new ways to survive. There's fresh frozen, there's static, where people are actually just buying stuff untrimmed.
Okay.
And if you just bust your ass and you grow the best weed you can, it's always going to have value.
Nice.
And it's for me, I just keep growing the best weed, and you can make a living. It's not, you aren't going to be going to Vegas, all the time and spending a bunch of money. You're going to be able to feed your family and pay your taxes and your bills and live on your land, which is a dream.
Nice.
So, and I'm also seeing too, which I do try to give my priority strains out to the inner circles here, because if I could make a strain popular, as annoying as that sounds, and give them to people that are friends and locals and they can make money off it, that's a big win for me. It makes me feel really good, and I see people showing up for, 10 packs of, pay more for strains they can't get. And so you're seeing that people want these special strains that they just can't just go and buy, a box of, they can only get 8 of them or 7 of them or whatever. And that to me is just the market I want to hit. I want to hit these specialty markets, and I want to make these strains that I could give out to these, friends, and hopefully they could sell it for more than the ice cream cakes or the, just the regular, which I was about to say OG, but God, I love OG. Jesus
Nice.
Christ. And are you feeling it? I'm feeling a little green shift in the market.
It seems like, I mean, look at OGs have always been like sought after. I feel like, right? Everyone's always searching for that. Like,
OG's made us money, brother, and OG's my favorite. I like the OG that tastes like dirt when you blow it out.
Oh, shit.
That's my deal. I got sucked into the candy world, but it's like, I do love that Gorilla Glue. I have the Lambos. That was a SFE cross I made years ago. And I actually got rid of that cut. And I got seeds. I sell some actually on that Legacy Genetics and TangledRoots.com. Nice. But it's like you find the right ones of those. They're just so gassy. And it's just like that's my heart, man. That's where my heart is. So it's really good to see the market kind of shifting and it doesn't always have to be purple.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you right now, the buyers that come in still looking at
they
want to buy packs. They still look at that candy. They
want
the purple.
Yeah.
I think that's more for the consumers that are ready to try some other weed. But yeah, when you're trying to sell a pack, they're looking for that perp still.
Yeah. My man, I love the conversation too, because, you've talked yourself about, being a generational grower, watching pops, and now you're out there like pops on the field. You've got kids graduating. Have they shown interest in cannabis, and are you interested in them diving into cannabis?
I mean, my oldest boy, Kobe, is, he's finishing a 4-year college. Nobody else in my family went to college.
That's fire.
So I'm so proud of him and proud that, weed helped me get him through college, because when you get in this weed thing, right, all of a sudden you're in this tax bracket where they don't give you shit, even though you aren't making shit. And so it's a struggle to be able to make that happen. But, my kids, they work hard. They'll help pull tarp. They aren't super into it like I am. Okay. I want them to go out and see the world. This game's different for us. Why were we going to go to college when you can make a fortune right in your backyard?
Makes sense.
It was a different thing. I had friends go to college. They came back and they're like, what the hell? We're killing it. And so, but now it's different. That money's not there. And, it's time for them to go out and figure out some new shit. This will be here. My youngest is graduating high school. I'm like, go to school, for marketing. You can help Ridgeline.
Figure it out, right?
Help.
Yeah.
I mean, I need help. I'm always looking for, that is my dream. It is to have an actual team to be able to help do all these things and shows and stuff and represent, because I'm sick of it, man. I love meeting fans. I love meeting people that give me love and support. I will never I'm not sick of that. It's just really hard to go to a lot of these events, that a lot of them seem the same, but yeah, we'll see I veered off. We'll see what the kids do. Mm-hmm. It's always open. I'm definitely going to bust their ass come harvest time, because they weren't here. My youngest helped do his
over here and
plant.
help me this. Yeah.
Oh, they're all showing up here right before this harvest. So, we'll see what happens there.
That's cool.
One sec, though. But
nice. Pops over there?
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome, man. That's cool, man. I love that. I love the history, my dude. I appreciate you sharing with us, man. It's one of those things where, again, like I speak highly of Humboldt, what it means, but to talk to someone like yourself that has been a generational, family growing out there, and just to share those and what it's been like for you to hunt lance. It took you 4 years to see it go out there, and now you've got the blueberry and the blackberry lines that are popping out there. What do you do, with breeding, like with lance and now with those blackberries? Like we've talked about in the past, when it comes to hunting, how many seeds do you really need to pop in order to do a proper hunt? Can you shine some perspective on that for us? Like what is a proper hunt, for Ridgeline?
I'd probably do about 10 of each.
Okay.
Some people do a lot more, but my problem is I have a hard time getting rid of them. I hate killing a strain, so now I'm stuck with tons and tons of them.
Pack ratting strains, bro?
Oh, it's just so hard to kill one. Yeah, once they're gone, they're gone. And I've found some winners, and I didn't know they were winners until after it was dried and I smoked it, and it was already in the compost.
Oh.
And I was like, oh my God, it's gone. So I'd probably say, I'd say around 10. Obviously, it depends if you're playing with the feminized, which I'm really new to that, then you don't need as many. Okay. You'll find definitely variations, but with regulars, you're going to find tons of variations.
Damn, that's what I've heard and stuff like that. So I appreciate that. Nice. It's good to hear, a person that's had success popping out, such fire genetics to hear that. Yeah, like, I pop out 10 at a time to really figure it out. So props, my man. I want to make sure that I get everything out that, if there's anything that you wanted to discuss or people out there who, are watching and finding out and lived under a rock that wasn't sure about Ridgeline, what are some things that you want to make sure that they know about you guys and what you got, coming up?
I mean, just know that, we're out here in the hills. We aren't going anywhere. We're just old school dope growers, man. It's the shine is beautiful, and I love the support. The hate motivates me, so that's fine too. People don't always they aren't gonna always love what I'm doing. They aren't gonna always love who I'm working with or what I'm growing with. But at the end of the day, man, I'm just a real old school dude that just fucking loves the plant, wants to help the evolution, constantly wants to find new strains. And it's like we got Ridgeline Farms apparel. I'm selling my clothing,
nice.
All this type of stuff.
I see that
on there. We got seeds. Like I said, we got legacy genetics, tangled roots. I'm doing some stuff with the crew at Poppin' Fire, which is fun. Next year, hopefully, going to make it all places. All the kids are graduated. I'm be empty nester, so I'll be going to Spain and Germany. You got my homegrown TV going there to meet Dakota and Colombia. I'm ready to spread my wings a little bit, but in general, man, we got ridgelinefarms.com. You can check that out there. And Instagram right now, we got about 4 accounts since I've lost so many damn accounts. So we're doing good right now. We're doing good. We're just Ridgeline Farms is back. Had to pay all kinds of people from overseas to make that happen, but that's back right now.
That's a whole nother game, bro. Jesus.
That's a whole nother world. But, man, I just want you guys to know that, it's this community of us legacy growers here, us old school farmers. We don't think we're better than nobody. We don't think, we're the best in the world or grow the best. I love seeing Michigan crush. I love seeing, I don't even give a shit. Other places, New Mexico's growing some of my strains crushing. I love seeing people growing good weed. Just keep giving the props to where you got those strains, those genetics, and just don't forget about us. We this community, and it's really Emerald Triangle. It's not just Humboldt.
Right.
We have Mendo, we have Trinity. We got there's counties all around here, and I'm not going to name them all because I'd go on, but all the old school, all the cannabis communities, we've all done this our whole life. We worked our ass off. We've risked our ass. We've gone to jail for years. We've done a lot to help get the weed to this point. So don't forget about us, man.
Man, I love that, man. Love to hear that. And I agree. And I'll be someone out there always shouting at the top of the mountains for you guys. Know that, man. And if you ever got anything that you got going on that you want to discuss, or you got something that you want to, promote, just let me know. Jump on here or send it to me. I got you. And looking forward to smoking more of whatever you got.
Let's get you some of that blueberry.
Oh, hey, man, I would love that. You know what I'm saying? I would love it.
All right. Well, you hit me up. We'll make that happen for sure.
Hey, appreciate you popping in here, my dude. You have a great day. What is the next strain you're smoking on? Last question.
I would have to say this Black Lance is something special.
Okay.
But we're going to go over to the Black and Blue. Maybe come up with a name with that. The Black and Blue is really good.
Look at that. A little name challenge out there before we get out of here. I like it, my man. We'll give you some options. I think the crew over here will pitch you some ideas on that. I appreciate that.
Okay, man. Right on. Well, I appreciate the time. And, people like you guys, man, get our voice out. So it means a lot.
Thank you, my man. Well, you have a good day.
All right. You too.
Right there. Dope to have our guy popping in here. Appreciate him. Also just transparent, right? Like opening up about it. You guys had wanted Jason on here and we got him, right? So shout out to you guys for making that happen. Blance, Mario coming out right away with the option. Blance, huh? I like it. I like how you threw that out there. I mean, shit, we better jump on that. So look, if you've got a name for what the Black and Blue Lance, I believe that's what's going down, right? Drop it in the comments after the show is live. You can drop it in the comments right now, but if you want it to have lasting power, you want it to be seen, Hit it on the comments after the show's live. Marijuana to you guys. I got a little bit of blunt left. Should we smoke it? Throw some eggs in the chat. We'll chop it up. SirHIGH, how was that improper sushi, my dude? I'm smoking it right now, my guy. I like it. Pac-Man, how's your day going? Really good. Really good, man. Everything is surreal right now. I'll be honest with you guys. Life is surreal. I'm looking forward to getting out to California this week. We've got an amazing lineup of interviews coming up for TMW, and just what a great fucking roll we're on here. And it's shout out to you guys. Y'all my yokes. Y'all my yokes. Put some eggs in the chat. Let's get it. I'm gonna light this up. Let me know what you're smoking on out there. Tomorrow we got Canna by Cam. Oh man, I'm excited about that interview as well. Let's go. Let's fucking go. I'm gonna light this up. I'm gonna light it. I be getting into the interviews, man. Not even like lighting my weed. I'm just into the interview. I'm into the discussion. Like I said, and I do need to expand it. I always say save humble at all costs. I think after that conversation, I do need to say save Emerald Triangle at all costs. Damn, man, to think that we've lost some of the most talented growers out there, that does suck. You know what I'm saying? If we're just going to be honest about shit, that's fucking shitty. Like, what are we missing out on? What kind of talent would have fucking taken levels to it? Woo! Woo! Marijuana. Pac-Man, no, I definitely feel that definitely takes refining and locking in those certain cherry terps, but I'm proud to say my shit is pure motherfucking cherry. Said no trop. No trop. Yeah, that tropical, that trop cherry has definitely been played out, I feel like, huh? When I say that, I'm just saying it from my perspective. I'm not saying it if you're out there and you have it and you're rocking it and you love it. It's not that it's played out for you. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying it for me. Whew. Might have to cancel tomorrow. Wow. Oh, yes, Mario, right? You've been a big advocate to getting the ladies on here. And what a phenomenal guest to have on here, period. Oh, this is going to be dope. All right, smoke some weed with you guys. I'm going to get stoned real quick. Let me know what topics you want. I'll see if we got any topics in the chamber over here while I'm smoking this up. Fuck. That was the question I was going to ask Exit P was because like I agree. Some of me is concerned that if we don't see enough of the right people apply for a DEA license, that's also a concern. You know what I mean? Like, I damn near feel that we need to make sure that we have hundreds of people that know cannabis go and apply for this license just for the good of the squad, man. Like the good of the fucking, I'm going to say culture. I'm going to say it. Because my concern is if they do start doing shit like surveys or they start having, board meetings, they start having license owner meetings for what's best for the license owners type shit, because that will happen. We got to have some people in there that know what the fuck weed is about and not have it be 100% white collar, non-smoking, never sold a bag, get fucking nauseous on 5 milligram motherfuckers out there creating these changes, right? So look, man, please apply. Like, get in the game, be at these meetings. Please try to transition whatever the fuck that they might in this game of Schedule 3, be a voice. Because you won't be a voice on the outside. You see how it works. You're not a voice on the outside. Sit your ass down at that table, please. You feel me, though? Does that make sense at all? Am I just like out of left field on that? But based on how I've been fucking watching the shit go down, we need to have voices in these fucking meetings that represents for a Jason Ridgeline. XOP, can everyone stick together? I feel like even if they're not in alliance, they're still going to be cut from the same cloth, and they're going to represent far better than a Kim Rivers, right? We don't want Kim Rivers in here, who is basically probably is damn well someone that may have influenced this heavily to begin with, where I purchasing $1 million plates over at a Trump dinner, and who knows what she's sliding in for cannabis, right? But now the opportunity is for everybody across the fucking table to get in this motherfucking game. And I swear, I don't know. If I was in it, I'm there. I went to this True Leave dinner one time. And when I say 5 milligrams will knock someone out, I witnessed it right in front of my face. I said, God damn. I said, off of 5 milli? Exactly, Tech Trey. That's what I think. But I think that having that license will put you closer to that table, if not at the table. If you have that license, I would feel that you are closer to the table, if not at that table. Probably not Kim's. There's going to be levels to the tables. But there's going to be a table, like the little kiddie table and shit. So, you know what I mean? They can put us at the little kiddie. Oh, you don't have 100 stores? Oh, that's cute. You're cute. Oh, sit the fuck over there. Still, you're in the room. And we're loud. Nice. Yes, having a great time. Appreciate the energy, you guys. Always appreciate you popping in. Happy Monday. Happy holiday out there. Let's have a great week, right? Let's have some positive energy. It's cool to avoid the bullshit. It's okay. Control your environment, right? Smoke some good shit. Love life. Marijuana. Bro, I was there, dog. I was there, Nutmeg. It was a local one. Kim wasn't there. Trust that. It was a local Arizona one. They had further. It was like a, Tech Trey. Hey, when you write, you write. But in Arizona, licensed owners do have hella input on the law. So it depends on what state. In Arizona, we have this association called the Arizona Dispensary Association, and they are fucking like this with the AZDHS, which is our health department, which oversees cannabis, right? And they have changed laws for sure. So dispensaries in Arizona, which is a limited license market, definitely plays a part in how things are fucking rolled out in Arizona cannabis. 100%. So from that example, I would say then on a federal level, if it's that type of involvement, you will have some say. Marijuana. But that's the wrap. Shit. Blunt's almost gone. Fire ass guest. Shout out to Jason. Man, that was cool ass information. It's cool to hear, and I'll be honest with you, I feel like I almost would have been riding for the breeders a little bit harder than Jason. So now I got to kind of just be like, nah, fool. One of the greatest breeders that we've got in the nation just says, yo, just mention me, please. Just give me some mentions, especially if you win some shit. You don't even got to put my shit on the packaging. That shocked me, you know, and that's straight from a motherfucking goat. He said, don't even worry about putting my name on the packaging. I would feel like in his situation, I might know, what the fuck? Put my name on that package, bro. Come on. Come on. Put my name on the package. He said, nah, fuck it. Just mention me, player. Just give me a old Playboy mention. Tech, we'll find out. We'll find out. We're going to fuck around and find out. Hey, Jimtown, appreciate you popping in. Thank you for that support. It is a fun show. And you guys make it a fun show, though, right? You're a part of this. It's a group effort. We put this together. So thank you guys for pulling up. A breeder-focused comp. So give me an example on how we would work that out, Mario. Like, would we say, like, breeder, like, just straight breeder grown? You know, because sometimes, like, you just heard Jason. He said his whole thing is all hunting now, right? But he does have that black lance and the blue lance. Hey, appreciate you, Pac-Man. Have a great day out there. Marijuana to you. Hey, straight up. Shout out to everybody that served. Real shit. Hey, having Big Burn would be tight. Having Burnout would be tight. MR says that's because he stole the White Run's cuz instead of bred it himself. He didn't breed it. It was Jet up on Salmon Falls Road. Damn, dropping some knowledge in the chat. Are we dropping some info? Tess? Who's Tess? Okay, MRR is just coming with some fucking random facts right now, right? Bunch of Bull says, I need to get a hold of more Lance, bro. It's smoking, man. High-Tech Lance is smoking. The motherfucking, the Growing Pains Lance was smoking. My favorite, though, out there, honestly, was that damn Exotic Matters, bro. That shit was crazy, crazy. There's levels. There's levels. They were all fucking smacking. Shout out. I had a great time in Michigan. I don't know if you could tell. Didn't make my ass back out there. Any shout outs, any strange shout outs you want to give, right? Moms are cool and all that, but give a strange shout out. Give that strange shout out before we get out of here. I'm gonna give a strange shout out to DGR, right? I'm gonna give a strange shout out to what we smoked this morning. Shout out to him. Bag Seed Growing. He's got our man Improper on there. Right? He's got Improper on there. The Improper Zushi. You know what? I've considered the glass tips. I think I like the Roll Buddies a little bit better. They're a little bit lighter. I feel like the glass tip is a little bit too heavy and makes the fucking, kind of makes it all a little funky, but, and I also like being able to burn the blunt all the way down to the end, even though sometimes I don't, but then sometimes I'll come back when I just need a quick little 1-2 and I'll pick one up and hit that little 1-2. And this is the last question I got for you guys. And let me ask, sometimes when you don't have enough time to really smoke a full joint or doink out there, for me, for a blunt, and you just take like 1-2 hits, yo, why is it that shit might blast me fucking more than when I do smoke that blunt? Like I'll take that pop pop and then I'll go about my shit, and I feel like sometimes I'm like, damn, like, oh, this shit got me a little bit more fucked up than I would thought. You know what I'm saying? Anyone else feel that kind of shit though? Does that happen to anyone else? I don't know. Maybe I'm just crazy. But hey, you know I like to end it. You know I like to end it. I'm out. Emails going out. The grow along is real. Shout out to Boston Clone Co. Let's cook it. Marijuana, shout out to you. To you, Reefer. You bad bitch. Oh, shit. Let's name a strain. Drop a comment. Let's go.
What the fuck?
Thank you. That's science.